Welcome back to our 5-day devotional on the glory of God. Day 1, we saw that God created us for His glory and therefore we should live for His glory. Day 2, we saw that according to Romans 3:23 and 1:23, we've all failed to do that, all of us, no exceptions on the planet. And today we turn to God's act to save us from the mess we've gotten ourselves into for our love affair with the glory of man over the glory of God. And 1 Timothy 1:15, this is a true and faithful saying that Jesus Christ came into the world to save sinners, to save people who've trampled His glory in the dirt. And then make the connection this way. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, the God of this age, that's Satan, has blinded the minds of unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. So there the gospel is called the gospel of the glory of Christ. So what happens is that God, in sending Christ to die in our place, not only rescues us from the failure to live for His glory, in that very moment, He is displaying the apex of His glory. The most glorious thing God has ever done or ever will do is love us by sending His Son to vindicate His glory and rescue us from the failure to live for His glory. Let me give you one other text that just drives home the beauty and glory of this salvation. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus has set me free from the law of sin and death. For what the law could not do, weak as it was through the flesh, God did. Now here it comes. God did. Sending His own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, He condemned sin in the flesh. Now, whose sin did He condemn? Jesus had none. It was mine. My sin got condemned in the flesh. Whose flesh? Not mine. Look, I'm sitting in front of you. I'm not in hell. Whose flesh was it? It was Jesus' flesh. So that's one of the clearest passages, Romans 8:3, on God's penalizing His own Son out of love for me so that my sins get their due punishment. His glory is vindicated and I walk into everlasting joy. So contemplate today the freedom that God offers you through forgiveness and through justification and through substituting His Son for you so that all your failures to live for the glory of God can be and are, through faith, forgiven.